Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. As you can see, it's miming my intro. With me, it's going to be Snags. We're in a very sporting hat. Snags, how are you doing?
Evening everyone, I am grand. £1,000, not like a grand or like a monkey, but I'm £1,000. There you go.
Good. Is that how much that shirt costs?
No, I actually got this. I actually got this for £18 from a Rangers memorabilia Facebook group, and it's
Wow.
the finest quality fucking top you could probably get from that era. To be fair,
I just want to lick it.
It's fantastic. It fits amazingly and makes me feel beautiful. And I actually look like I'm from the 70s wearing 80s, 90s clobber. It's crazy.
You've got a wee bit of Soonest going on a bit. I reckon I've seen that Photoshop, but there's a start just a wee bit. See with the tash, that shirt. I'm starting to see a wee bit the Soonest in you.
Thanks, mate. I'll take that as a compliment because he was a sexy bastard.
Oh, he was a handsome man. As you can tell by that deliciously clickbaity title, we are going to be talking mostly about the player ratings, but also the Rangers AGM. Now, I was going to make a video on this myself, but it was just, we had like a podcast last week. I don't know if you guys were able to catch it. And we kind of guessed how it would go, like the way the questions were. And nearly word for word, it was exactly what Snags said it was going to be. So, Snags, before I give my thoughts, I always like to pass over to the guests that's on the channel. What was your thoughts of the AGM? Was it kind of what you were expecting? What was it? Anything good come out of it? Any bad? What was it? What was your thoughts?
It was, like you say, it was exactly as we expected it to go, and I felt it was particularly disappointing. I didn't think they would avoid questions like that, to be fair, and try and feed us answers that are clearly bullshit. Like for example, the main thing that stuck out for me, well, there was two things. One was no, actually, there's three things. Maybe four. But actually, the kind of main thing for me was the talk about the new manager, where basically they come out and said that the next manager, they're looking at a 3.5 to 5 year contract, and some of the candidates are looking at are currently employed. So and you know, they actually said at the end, hence the time taken. Now, I just want to call bullshit on that straight away, and it actually made me angry, to be honest, because let's look at it from two different ways. A club wants a player, right? It's a transfer window. Club wants a player. Player is contracted to another club. What happens? They fucking talk to each other. Club approaches club, agree a compensation package. Player's contract is terminated, and then they're free to sign for the club that wants them. Right? Quite simple.
Easy.
The exact same as rule exists for managers. If you know the manager you want to go for, I mean, look at Premiership clubs. When they lose a manager, they fucking get a new one like that. It's almost instantaneous. 2 games tops. Do you know what I mean? And we're being fed this line that they're trying to make, you know, the right appointment. It's total bullshit. Also, and actually, it's disrespectful to the fans to kind of try and, you know, fob them off with that shit. And it's a shame that nobody challenged it. But from what I heard, people that did attend said that when a question was asked, next question, there was no opportunity to kind of retort on the answer given. Safe standing as well. There was a load of bluster about, safety certificates, fucking bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Again, total bullshit. Before fucking Dave King and his Knights of Power, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, came to the board, safe standing had already been discussed with the club and the police force, and a way forward had been agreed. But at the time, there was no appetite for the board at the time. It was David Summers and all that, you know, the fucking charlatans. So, you know, to come out and say that they've come up against safety certificates and shit, it's bollocks. Absolute bollocks. It's already been done. Authorities are well aware of it. All they've got to do is reinitiate those talks, make it happen. And thirdly, I just think that, you know, guys like James Blair, Paul Murray treat fans with contempt. The way they conduct themselves and talk to people, it's just arrogant, and I think it's disrespectful for, you know, for guys that have come from a long way to attend the AGM and expect positive things to come out of it just to be fed shite. I mean, don't forget, these guys are well-paid, you know, top-class businessmen who are proficient in sales speak and politician speak. So you might ask a question, they'll dance around it and sort of give you the answer that you want, but at the same time won't give you an opportunity to kind of, you know, challenge it, closing question, all those sorts of things. It's just it's disappointing. But just so you guys are aware, we're going to do a recap of it next week, potentially, or the week after, with a couple of other shareholders, just to kind of talk through it, so that, you know, we've had a bit of time to think about it and digest it. So that's my thoughts on it so far.
That's brilliant. Just to back up, sorry, what you were saying there, Gaz Jones chips in from the chat, says it was like King was reading from a pre-written script and he just kind of stuck to his script the entire time. I was a wee bit disappointed that after listening to you and Paul and everything talk, it was almost word for word exactly how it went, and the answers and everything were just kind of, they were very base. Like nothing was really said. It was like, oh, we're looking at managers, but no manager was listed, and it was just, oh, they're under contract. It was very, just like, you asked them a question, but they're just kind of sliding you that way. They're not really saying yes or no. The whole thing about either we're looking for a long-term 3 year to 5 year, that's what they gave Warbs and Pedro, is it no? Like a bit of 3 year deal or something like that. So that's such a shit.
You're absolutely looking, you know, with Stuart McCall's the exception, but you're absolutely looking with every managerial appointment that it is long-term.
Aye.
So to come out and say that, it's disrespectful, mate.
Just sales speak, isn't it? It's like, it's all like anyone that's worked in like retail or something like that, you get something you need to say. Like if I work at Vodafone or something, you get told something to say, and you say it that way, and it's clever. It's just basically that. We're looking at you, we're taking our time because it's going to be a 3 to 5 year appointment. We're going to stick by him. Aye, 5 losses later, he's at the fucking door. You know what I mean? It's no. So that was just my thoughts on that, lads. I can see a lot of you are quite unhappy. Some of you are sort of okay with it. Like, it was just kind of what you're expecting. So that's basically our thoughts. Like Snags has said, it is going to go and more in depth. Was it next week or the week after, you said?
Aye.
Right, yeah, so that's that done. Like, let's get to some positive and happiness, which is obviously going to be beautiful, beautiful pumping of Aberdeen. Wasn't it lovely? Wasn't it fucking lovely?
Oh, amazing.
Oh, I was dancing in everything. My recap yesterday. See the Glorious song, like my intro. I was dancing in it.
Yeah.
I was loving it, mate. I was loving life. It was great. So I thought we'd talk mostly just about the players first, and then again I'll give you a chance to give you your fan recap, kind of like we do every weekend. If you want, just every time we mention a player, if you guys fire in your player ratings at the side, I will interact with you guys and I will read you out after we are both done speaking. Who wants to start, me or thee, with the goalkeeper?
I started last time, I think, so you can go first.
All right, Fods. I'm going to give him a solid, like, I don't know if that's going to sound harsh because it was a good performance, but I'm going to give him a 6 because I think he was called on to make too many like amazing saves. I mean, that might seem low and everything like that, but I kind of think, oh, he was under pressure there. He was just, I think Fodd's a really good goalkeeper, so I'd like to see him do more 6s like that. It was a very comfortable performance for big Fods. And
agreed.
Yourself?
Make the ping noise. Same, 6. I thought he was a little fortunate with his Stevie May block. He was lucky, I think, because he was hasty in his decision making. But obviously he claimed a couple of high crosses as well. But other than that, he had fuck all else to do, to be fair. So
yeah, a lot of people in the chat's kind of saying what we were saying there. Some of you can go as low as 5. You got Dylan Sharkey saying 6, CJ the DJ 6, love it. Rab83 a 7. Shane Brown gives him a 5. Marshall gives him an 18, which just surprises me. So that's like, and JC Clips, I'm going to end off with there. It says kept the clean sheet, so he gets a 7.5. Fair enough. I'll take that. So the formation was weird. Some people still didn't care if it was a 5 at the back, 3 at the back, a 7 at the back. It looked like a weird formation. So I'm just going to say Tavernier. What would you give him out of 10?
9.
9. Brilliant. Fucking
Tavernier.
Yes.
Don't want to spoil it again, but Tavernier was my man of the match.
Spoilers, mate.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's my big favourite bit. You've just ruined. I had the whole thing planned.
Sorry.
I was going to play music. I had a graphic.
Nice.
It's just there's fireworks.
Match. Edit it out.
We'll edit all this out. Fine, we'll never see it. Why did you give him a 9?
Outstanding. 2 goals, offered a threatening attacking option from deep all game, and had another solid defensive performance. You know, as we've discussed previously, his block shot ratios improving massively, and just his all-round performance really. And I just, you know, one thing I said to Ross Hunter, who watched the game with me last night, finished most of his Callan, by the way, those of you that are worried. I would be upset to lose him in January. You know, I'm kind of at that stage where I'm worried now that he's kind of marketing himself a bit too good.
Play me a bit shite the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, play me a bit shite for a bit, so you're our folks' radars. But aye, superb. So
yeah. Also, going to give you that wee noise again. Ping! I give him a 9 as well, mate. 2 for 2. Just kind of echoing what you said there. I thought he took his 2 goals. Well, even though the second goal was clearly offside, he was still there to score it. That's not his job to stop playing and say, oh, it was offside. He played to the whistle. There was no whistle. Scored it very well. I like how he took the penalty as well. I'm like, who's normally our penalty taker? I was trying to think. See, when we got awarded the penalty, I was like, who's going to take that? Is it
Kenny Miller? Yeah.
Candace has took one obviously as well, and he missed that against Kelly. So I'm all right with that because I think Tavernier hits the ball very well. If he wants to take them, fair play. And I thought also when Gary Mackay-Stevens kind of was halfway through, I remember I kind of like he like kicked the ground, but then he was screaming for a penalty. I thought Tav was very clever in that because he just put enough pressure on him, but not too much for him to allow him to fall. So I thought that was very good, and it showed he is improving defensively. Because I think if that was last season, he'd have probably slid in for that and gave away a penalty and been sent off. But he remained on his feet, put pressure on Mackay Stephen, and he fell on the ground like it was a canal, and that was it. Beautiful. So 9, bang, 2 for 2, mate. And some of the chat. Let's chat. Let's see some of the chat now. Oh God, it's a lot of laughs. Right, okay. Blue Cafufi, JC Clips. All right, again, he's basically taking the other channel. You see, he gives him a 9. Jimmy Gridwood gives him a 10. Ian plays a 9. John Wilson a 9. Sharp. I'm just saying the names like I say them. All right, we're not having this discussion again. Did he even
Jamie
say
fucking Gridwood. The cunt sounds like something off the Matrix.
He is. He's fucking Neo. Craig Mackay, I can read that one because that's emotional. I wonder if that's for Barry Mackay. Anyway, he gives him a 10. Unbelievable performance. Right. Shut up, Snacks. All right, you're not taking over with the hang again. Right, let's talk about the centre-back. So we'll talk about Bruno Alves. We'll give him the main centre-back role. So I was actually really impressed with him, and it was me to go first. So I gave him an 8. I thought he had a very good performance. You're joking. Is it big again? No way. Yes.
I'm telling you, 8 as well.
All right, okay, so I've written down, I thought he's obviously, there's been a lot written about him and everything, but he just showed genuine class. I'd take that every day of the week. It's very commanding performance. I've seen some of the Aberdeen fans complaining about him wrestling the defenders, but he's being physical enough to put pressure on them, and I thought it was a great, outstanding performance from big Bruno. That's what we expect for somebody like Bruno, and he delivered in the biggest game.
Aye, kept mine really short. Basically, he won everything that in the air that came to him, and I was texting somebody this morning, and I said, he'll have a fucking headache the amount of times that he banged the ball out of the half. Like, it wasn't just a wee header; it was at the fucking. It was away as the oven. So aye, good.
Beautiful. A lot of people's getting. Somebody's giving him a 5. Jamie's giving him a 5. A lot of people say 8.5, 7.7, 7.5.
Jamie's saying not Gridwood. I know, mate. I was taking the piss out of him saying Gridwood. I know it's Girdwood. All right, that's why I did it, because he didn't say names right. He's got form for it.
What? Shut up.
Scott
B. No, I'm joking. Scott B says Tav for captain. Right, a lot of people's giving him 9s. A lot of high scores there for the big man. And the best stop he had was the back header. Yeah, he's definitely. I love when he's overly physical. Like, see that whenever anything gets chipped in, he always wins the header, and I just love that. It's good to have a defender like he's winning that all day. That's Bruno's ball, and that's like you said. After I was watching that documentary with Alan Shearer with players hitting the heat, like heater the ball too much, have problems. I was like, fuck me, he's gonna be in trouble. Like that was an unbelievable performance. Let's talk about who would it be? Ross McCrory next then?
No, Danny Wilson.
Danny Wilson, sorry. Right, okay. Oh, sorry, Danny Wilson. Ross McCrory played in midfield. So, how do you feel about Danny Wilson?
I gave Danny Wilson a 7.
Fuck off.
I'm telling you.
Fuck off.
I gave Danny Wilson a 7. And I said that he played a solid supporting role to Alves, made a couple of vital clearances in the box. I thought he obviously plays well with experience next to him, like he did when he was at the club with Davy Weir. And again, he's starting to pull together his fitness. He's getting a good run of games, and he's becoming the Danny Wilson that we know and love. So hopefully he kicks on with that and continues to provide.
Unbelievably again, because we never agree. If any of just knew this, we normally never ever agree bar one. But ping again, it's right there. 7 for Danny Wilson. Okay, you can see that. 7 for Danny Wilson. Again, I thought wasn't he overly physical like Bruno Alves was winning every year in the ball, but he's a very solid and reliable defender. And I see a lot of comments, a lot of blind hatred for Danny Wilson. I don't see how you can drop him now. I think he's just playing brilliant, to be honest with you.
Agreed.
So let's see what some of the guys are saying there. 8 for Mark Menzies, who's a channel legend. The Jamie 1990. I'm just sticking to first names now. These went with a 7. Jamie also went for a 6. That's the other one that I can't say. Right, let's move on. Somebody said stop saying right, so I just wanted to say it again. So right, who was playing left back? It'll be DJ, wasn't it?
Declan Jan.
How do you feel about your wee man?
It's yours.
Oh shit, it's me. Right, so this might surprise you. I went for a 6, so I don't think we've agreed with that one. No, yeah, okay. I just thought it was a very solid performance for DJ. I thought he'd done his job well, up and down all day. Compliment. I think he's comfortable playing with Danny Wilson, because whenever he does push forward, Wilson's kind of comfortable with the left back position, so I think he covers that very well. And again, it was a solid performance. I don't think he stood out overly much. I thought Tavernier stole a lot of the headlines, but again, a great performance for DJ. And a 6 isn't a low score, lads. All right, isn't a low score. Sorry, chat. What do you say?
I gave him a 7. I thought he had. when he was on the ball, he looked a threat, but I thought he flitted in and out of the game. I don't think he was as imposing as he normally is, and that's probably due to the style of play that we'd put forward. So I can't really say anything bad about him. But when he had the ball in the box, he was superb. So
I'm just laughing at this comment. It says from Google Ghost. They said CJ Novo and Super Mario for Rangers manager. I love it. Do you want to maybe remind the chat, because some people obviously didn't watch every video and my dog's about to shake. So what is the tash all about, Snags?
It is for Movember, and for those of you not familiar with Movember, it is throughout the month of November. Start on the 1st with a clean-shaven face, and then you basically shape your style of moustache. And what Movember is it's a charity that kind of looks after other charities that look after prostate cancer, mental health issues, depression, that sort of thing. So I felt this year, as they were supporting like mental health and depression and suicide prevention and stuff like that, I thought I'm going to get involved again. It's the 5th time I've done it, and I've raised over £700 so far. Tomorrow you're supposed to shave it off and it's the end, but tomorrow I'm getting it dyed blue. And then basically I'm just going to let the beard grow naturally around it. So when I do my next video with Yon CJ Novo 992, you will see the blue tash, and it's all-encompassing glory. And if you'd like to donate to me, I'll put the link in the chat. All donations very welcome, no matter how small. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. So yeah, that's why he's not just decided to just go for a bold style choice. That's for a really good reason, lad. So yeah, get behind it. Right, moving on to the next player. We'll go away. Even though I like to normally move from right to left, we'll start with the centre defensive mid, which obviously was just the hero, Ross McCrory. What'd you give him out of 10? Sorry.
What's the story, Ross McCrory? I gave Ross McCrory a 7.
Okay.
I was toying between that and an 8, but I thought, do you know what? He played his role really well. Almost had an assist when obviously he played that perfectly weighted pass through for Josh Windass, only for the attacker to be flagged offside. But he made a couple of rash challenges, and that's why I kind of scored him down a wee bit. But, I was saying on Twitter today that, so this is kind of my fan recap. Apologies, I'm doing it now, but
oh, he's fucking everything, eh? Oh, you just didn't care. You're a rogue. You're a rogue.
Fuck your agenda, nay agenda. So I was saying to a couple of the guys last night that, this was a very Walter Smith-esque team performance where we basically bullied the fuck out of Aberdeen the whole 90 minutes to the point where they didn't have a fucking clue what to do. Derek McInnes changed his team formation 3 times to try and cope with Rangers, and even after the 3rd attempt, he couldn't even get his players imposing on the game. Obviously, we picked up a couple of bookings, but I don't know if any of you have seen the interview with Kevin Thompson on YouTube. If you've not, check it out. Basically, what Walter Smith used to tell him was, if you don't get booked within the first 10 minutes, you're getting hooked.
I've seen that interview on the...
This is for like Old Firm games. So, the way we played it last night was absolutely to a T, a Walter Smith-esque performance. And I thought Ross McCrory at defensive mid was outstanding, and I hope he retains that position for Sunday, and I hope to see him more in that position when Bruno Alves is fit, and obviously Danny Wilson alongside him. So, 7.
I gave him an 8 because I'm seeing a lot of 10s and 9s in the chat, and I'll read that out in just a second. But the reason I gave him an 8, he picked up a yellow card, and I actually like the way he kind of rebounded from that, because I think it showed a lot of maturity. And I think after he got the yellow card, I was a wee bit worried for him, because like you said, it was a very physical game. And I was a wee bit nervous because I was like, this could be the time he gets a sending off, because if you think back, the last 2 games, he's not had great games, Snags. This has been kind of like a wee bit of a poor run for him. But picking up the booking, I thought he showed his genuine class. Because of the way he bounced back, he just started to behave himself. It looked like he matured and everything on the park. And like I said, his distribution. I know it's not the first time he's ever played there. Murray did talk about that in his press conference, that he has played there before under Murray for the development squad, so he knows he's got that in him. But genuinely, I loved him in that role. The centre defensive mid role. He kept everything ticking. You can really see how well he can distribute the ball. He's got a bit of pace there as well, so he can run about. And I genuinely didn't think he stopped moving about. He was a real menace for the entire Aberdeen. Name did he wanted to go shoulder to shoulder well. You get that? He just chased everyone, won the ball. And yeah, even after his booking there, he stood up. So yeah, that's why he gets an 8. Because he was playing like a 7, like you were saying there. But because he got the booking in the way, like just because he nailed some Aberdeen player, I'm like, brilliant. He should have actually been sent off, if we're talking. Like, remember he done a DDT on Shinnie?
He did, man. That was quality.
Fucking, that's what I should have given him a 10 actually. Just
didn't you go, mate? Didn't you go?
All he needed to do was just do this and do the people's elbow just after it, just to kill it. But that's why he gets an 8 from me. 7.5 from Robert Law, and It's Craig gets a 7. Right, let's move on to my hero, Ryan Jack. The man who's kind of turned Twitter on its head. I've been getting hatred for my love for Ryan Jack for so long. I'm just saying it because Snags is currently doing hand gestures and he's making a fool of me, so that's why I'm doing that. I get hate for loving Jack and talking Jack for so long, but if you go back and look at the comments, a lot of people's apologising. So I'm going to let you go first, even though I think genuinely it's my turn to go first. I just want to hear what you say about Ryan Jack, so I'm not influencing you.
Ryan Jack, beep, 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 beep.
Yes!
Ryan Jack, excellent in the first 30 minutes, where it was weird. He was like continually attacking down the right-hand side, but obviously he's covering for Tav, but basically he was instructed to help overload the Aberdeen defence, and he did it with fucking ease. He was quieter after the Dons' third formation change, but he still played really well. He still slotted into his role really well and did his job very, very well indeed. So 8.
Solid. And ping, I gave him an 8. Some people was expecting me to go 9 and 10, but there was the spell towards the second half where everything sort of quieting down, so that's why I don't think you can give someone a 10, because it wasn't like a full 90 minutes. But I genuinely thought he dealt. I love the way the crowd in that really backed him, showed that obviously he's got a lot of love in that for them. So every time he touched it, I don't know if you've seen the tweet, it got quite a few retweets. One of the subscribers chanted, every time Jack touches the ball, the crowd cheers. That's what I expect every game to be like when CJ's watching. So I must just cheer every time. And yeah, fantastic. There was a chance in the first half as well where McLean countered from a corner, passed it by Holt like he wasn't there, just bullied them off the ball. But Jack came, followed them all the way for his own box, slide challenge, rough, hard challenge, but won the ball and started off a counter-attack his own. So 8 for me, absolutely fantastic. That's all I want. I just wanted to do that move, Snags, to be honest with you.
Thanks,
right, Jason Holt. I will go first with Jason Holt, and this might surprise a few. I'm giving him a 6. I thought.
Fuck.
I know. Listen.
I'm sorry about this, guys. Really fucking sorry. Come on, justify that 6, you twat.
Right, okay. The reason I'm going to give him a 6 is because, like I said, there was a few times where McLean was kind of like was physical with him and won the ball and kind of got by him. I still thought Hope 6 is a good score. It's not like a low score.
Fucking isn't it? I'm chopping you. I'm cutting you in my life.
5's about like middle, like it's average. 6 is above average, and I think that's what it was. I think he was outstanding, like a 6. You surely never went 7, Snags. You've never went above a 7.
I fucking went 8, motherfucker.
Fuck. Right, okay.
Jason Holt ran his fucking socks off last night. Even Tom Miller said, where did the fire in his belly come from? I don't know what you were fucking too busy watching Ryan Jack's ass.
I was genuinely. I was even exactly. Every time Holt had the ball. I was looking for channel.
Here's the truth.
No, I still think he was good, but you kind of think like there's bits in my mind each game, and there was a couple of times where McLean overpowered him for the ball and won the ball back. But again, he still runs about. You kind of going to get with that for Jack, and I can see Mark Menzies gone crazy in the chant. 6 is a good score, lads. It's a good score.
He won the fucking penalty as well. I might point out.
I will. Fucking anybody could have won it. That fucking Aberdeen defender went for a super kick. That was the weirdest. What was that? What was he trying to do?
I've no idea, mate, to be honest.
Because it was the Bobbas team, it just went fucking like a finisher. So, I'm never saying a 6 ever again, to be honest with you. But, okay. Energy, but erratic. Scott B. I love that. Thanks, Scott B. Scott B's me and my Noller account.
I'm not having it.
Right, okay, mate, when you go. Okay, go.
8. Obviously, required to do a lot of running as part of a 2-man central unit with Ryan Jack. But that's exactly what he's counted for. He won the penalty for the opening goal through sheer alertness, anticipation, and speed of movement. And he did that the whole fucking game. He ran the whole game. He covered every blade of grass. Jason Holt did. So, run you.
I'm getting flayed in the comments. Like, that's crazy.
Good. Good work, lads. Good work.
Oh, wow. It's getting rough out there. 7,
Cut
8.
CJ out your life. Cut him out your life.
I'll just, hey, what lads? We'll just leave this to Stags. Sorry. Right, all the best, lads. Thanks.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Genuinely, I 6 I thought that was a good score. 6 because we gave Ford a 6 because he done his job.
Yeah. Moving on.
Right. Okay. So 6, lads. Right. Who do we want to move on to next?
Pena.
Want to go 7? Want to meet him halfway? Want to give him a 7?
No. Pena. Let's go.
Fucking. Here we go. Right. I'll let you go first because I'm too scared now. To be honest with you.
Pena. 6.
Okay, yeah, ping. Right, okay, go.
Good. Played well, scored in the first half, justified his selection. However, performance levels dropped completely in the second half, disappeared out the game, and was rightfully subbed, to be fair. And I want to know what he's putting in his hair. Is it Soul Glow or some shit? Because that's some shiny fucking hair.
It's a Roman Reigns. Like, he must soak it just before he runs out, just so it's beautiful.
But you watch, like, see in the first half, every attacking play that we had into the box, he's always lost his man. got in behind and made himself available for basically anybody to pass them and score. He could have scored a fucking bucket load.
He could,
but a lot of people ignored him, to be fair, and went for Windass instead, which didn't really work out. So hopefully they'll learn from that.
Yeah.
But aye, 6.
I gave him a 6 as well, and the reason I gave him a 6, obviously the goal definitely helped. Shut up. Right, okay, so I gave him a 6 as well because the goal did help. I thought his attacking movement, like getting in the box, is very good. He can still be frustrating though, because there is certain points, and like again, he had some loose touches and some like annoying like things, but that's still a good 6 is a good score, lads. I gave someone that scored Snags a 6, the same as Holt. That's all I'm saying. All right, mate.
Aye. Okay.
So good score for Pena. Would you start him again at the weekend, Pena?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Moving on we'll go Kenny Miller. I want to leave Windass for last because obviously he was playing out of position. I'm quite interested to see what the chat's genuinely thinking. Wait 1 second. Sorry. A lot of people's giving Pena an 8 as well. By the way, that's kind of where the chat is. 1-7 there as well. So what would you give King Kenny?
It's yours, mate. It's your turn.
All right. Okay. 4. My lowest.
Wow.
I'm just done with Snags, I'm honest with you. Again, just running out of position. He wasn't as bad as last week or even the week before that, where I've given him a 1 and a 2 respectively. So he's doubled his performance. Like there was a couple of key moves where he hit a good ball in that Windass almost scored from towards like the 40th minute. But again, running out of position quite a lot. He's very frustrating. And if I'm looking at that 11 and I'm looking at 1 weak point, it's Kenny Miller. So that's why I'm giving my 4. That might be too harsh. Actually, I'm starting to see some 4, 5s, and 6s in the chat there. So that's why. I don't know if I'm being over critical there, but out of those 11 players on the field, I looked at one player as a genuine weak link, and it was King Kenny because he was playing everywhere. So what would you give him?
6. 6 again. Okay. The reason I gave Kenny a 6 is because, see, in the first half, he was outstanding.
Right.
He was causing Aberdeen all sorts of problems out into the flanks. I mean, obviously, he's not a natural winger, but
yeah.
If we roll back to Ryan Jack pressuring down the left, Kenny Miller was pressuring down the right. Kenny Miller was pressuring down the left to basically try and can the Aberdeen defence in, which he'd done really well. Linked up well with people, but then second half after the formation change, nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I think that might be why it's coming in my mind as being so low, because it was like he was invisible. Genuinely.
If you watch the highlights back for the first half, you'll see the contribution that he made, and he was very, very good. But second half, he was fucking nowhere to be seen. He should have got pulled a lot earlier than he did.
100% should have been.
And gave Big Sexy a bit more of a run out.
That'd be nice. I feel like, would you start Kenny Miller again? I always say keep a winning team, especially when you're playing well. But there's such a weak spot there, Snags, and it bothers me. I genuinely think we're 1 player away from being on a good side, if that makes sense. But we've got that 60 minutes where he does in the Danahan, and that affects us in games. Would you start him again against Aberdeen?
Probably
even
not,
if Morelos isn't fit. Like I'd start Big Sexy.
Probably not. But he's obviously Murty's default captain, so I think he will start, to be honest, unfortunately.
Right, let's go. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be Josh Windass playing at the unusual formation of striker, and I feel like I might be too nice to him here because, I know, I know you're going to talk about the ego celebration because that was just fucking ridiculous and it was offside. Like just bowing in front of the fans, like, "Aye, this is what I do," and it was offside. So that was embarrassing. But I genuinely because someone he doesn't actually play there. I give him a 6. Out of 10, and I thought like he genuinely it worked hard. He'd done some running, going behind a couple of times, obviously scored an offside goal, but again he is showing some inexperience of being up front, but genuinely for his first time I think ever playing up front for Rangers, like from the start to finish, I thought he'd done all right.
I gave him a 7.
Oh wow, great.
Gave him a 7. His movement was really good. Final ball's not consistent as it needs to be, although he did get an assist for the third goal. And he was unlucky not to score himself. I mean, like you say, his fucking celebration.
Oh. See, there's that ego hang now that we always joke about, like with me and Paul Snags and everything. But see, when he done that celebration, because I never knew it was offside at that time, I went, "Oh, fucking Snags is somewhere just squeezing tins." Like he's raging right now. I was like, "Oh, I need to win this." What's he going to do next if he scores?
Unknown, mate. Unknown.
He's going to take his shirt off and do the Ronaldo. Mine when Ronaldo in the Champions League when he went and just showed off his abs. But Windass is going to show like his 2-pack and just be like.
See if you want to see where the divide in the dressing room is, watch the goal celebrations back. And Kenny Miller and Josh Windass getting together with a wee clique, and then Bruno Alves comes along and he just like hugs one person. He's like, "I love you, mate. Cheers."
It's clear there, eh?
So, you can see the divide there. Watch it back and see who hugs who. It's pretty obvious.
Right, so that as a whole team, do you want to maybe give your fan recap now and just let them know what you're sort of thinking? I'll reply to some of the guys that's in the chat while you do that. What did you think of the game? Some positives, maybe even some negatives if you've got anything, and how do we move on to the next game?
Just checking if you were listening earlier on when I was talking about Russ McCrory and I gave my recap then.
Right, I was. But genuinely, got anything else you need to say about the team before we move on to Murty?
So basically, well, it's sort of around Murty anyway. So Murty played what can only be described as the mindfuck formation, which is why Derek McInnes was struggling to handle it. And I just felt that we were strong. We bullied them off the park. It was an absolute Rangers performance, and I hope and pray that we can fucking at least get a bit of consistency, take it into next week, and then just get a run of games where we're actually winning more than two. That would be my dream, really. Other than that, I mean, James Tavernier outstanding. I love that guy so much. But no, mate. Other than that, solid. But you know, we do need to be more clinical. It could have been a lot more goals than what it was.
It was really good watching because obviously we've been kind of tav defenders, like even for the start of the season, where a lot of people was like, he's can't, like he's done and everything. Like, can't defend, get someone else in, and you genuinely can see his quality. Now that he's actually improving the defensive, it's so great to just watch, and you're just like, fucking yes. That's what I'm hoping happens to Windass, even though you didn't like his ego. I'm just hoping he can somehow turn it around. Do you ever think he will?
Nah, genuinely? I don't think so. I don't think so. He's just not got. He's not got that kind of consistent clinical edge. You know, he'll finish 1 in every 5 shots that he has, and he needs to get more than that being a striker. But somebody said, what was it they said? I've missed the comment. I've lost the comment now. Oh, I talk about the subs. So I'll quickly talk about the subs. Daniel Candeias, who came on for Carlos Pena, gave him a 6, buzzed about a bit through Tavernier's goal within 2 minutes of his introduction. I mean, the game was as good as over pretty much when he came on. Herrera on for Miller and Ryan Hardy on for Josh Windass. No ratings because they had no time to do anything.
Literally zero.
Come on, ran about for a bit and it was full time. So I don't get why Graham Murty does that. I mean, I know he wants to give them a bit of play time and all that, but at least make it worth the while. Like I said, if they'd subbed Kenny Miller at 60 minutes, I suppose, 59, 60 minutes, it would have been better. He would have got 30 minutes in and he probably would have scored. Murty, I gave a 9.
Oh, well, right, great. That's where I was actually going to move on. Just let you know, I gave Candeias a 5. I thought he looked okay, but it didn't obviously do anything special because, again, I was kind of over by that point. Like, even the whole game kind of dragged on towards the last 20 minutes, and I never bothered. I just went NA for the last 2. So you gave Murty a 9?
Aye.
I thought he was quite brave and, like, changing quite most of the stuff around, and I thought he adjusted well to the game because I think McInnes tried, like, 3 different things. He changed his squad quite a lot during that, didn't he? He was trying to counter it and he just couldn't get it. So that was quite funny to watch. So I gave him an 8, and I genuinely thought the only reason I didn't give him a higher score because he kept Miller on for so long. Like, I think he needs to just be a manager and just see where the weak spot is. I know he's your best pal and everything like that, but he is dragging the team down. If that was 0-0 and we ended up losing that game because he kept Miller on too long, that could come back and bite you in the ass. What's that?
It's my notes.
Oh wow.
My notes. Aye. And I said to Ross last night, I said, this formation frightens me for 2 reasons. One, it could be absolute dog shit, or 2, it could be total genius. And I'm hoping it's the latter. And actually, it turned out to be the latter. So thanks very much, Graham Murty, for being a total genius when actually you probably didn't mean it.
No, you probably never. Okay, what he's done, he's played spin the bottle with just formations on the ground, and he just went, right, we'll go with that in the net. Fuck it.
I mean, the good thing about the good thing about going into Sunday's game is that Ryan Christie's potentially going to be suspended.
Yeah, should be.
That's going to work in our favour because he's a good outlet for Aberdeen.
He's a good, tricky little player. Did anybody stand out for you on the Aberdeen side? Like, obviously, there'd be a link with McLean. Anything like that. Did anyone else stand out? I know, Mason always talk about Rangers here, but did anyone stand out to you for Aberdeen?
I really like Graham Shinnie.
Fantastic, isn't he? He's good.
He's an absolute quality player, and I was saying to Ross as well, he's one of these guys. I think it was SPFL Radar that said it, or it might have been the Rangers report. But anyway, they were saying that basically Graham Shinnie's one of these guys that you can put in any position, and he'll perform exactly the same. He'll turn out really well in that position. Whereas some players will only play well in one position. The guy's got everything, and I thought he was a great attacking outlet for Aberdeen. The funniest player was probably Mackay Stephen.
See when he wanted that penalty and he was just like, yeah, and he was screaming in the guys. He's like, the fucking guy never touching you, beast rat. Are we jumping out?
gets a fucking booking for it as well. I was like, book him, and he did. I was like, cheers, mate.
Like, remember when he was like one of the most exciting attacking players in Scotland like 5 years ago, and they wasted 3 years sitting on the bench itself, 2 years, whatever, and he's just done. He's just another failed Scottish product. Absolute waste of space.
When your sub gets subbed, mate, it's all over.
That's when you can, it's bad. But yeah, I thought McLean done a couple of good things. It wasn't too outstanding, but again, that counter attack where he just kind of brushed the whole inside, I thought that just showed his genuine quality. It was a wee bit a disappointing overall, but thankfully disappointing, if I'm being honest with you. Would you still think he's our top target in the January transfer window?
I think so. I think if we get McInnes, he'll come along.
Right. Where do you want to move to next? Do you want to give a quick opinion on, do you think still McInnes is the man? Because a lot of people's new day in polls, and I see them, they're very heavily against McInnes now. What do you feel? Do you think McInnes is still the man? I genuinely do.
I do. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the club still really want him. But, you know, I thought it did cross my mind. I was thinking, are they trying to engineer it so they don't have to pay him compensation?
Get him fired.
I get sacked instead.
See, the only time I've ever seen this, right, where a manager playing really well and he gets linked to another job and then falls, like the team starts falling apart. It's Harry Redknapp, when he was at Tottenham. We had him in second place, and then he was linked with the England job, and then obviously he wanted that and everything like that, and then it never came. It never came up, so I went to Hodgson, and then Spurs just fucking plummeted because he just lost interest in the job. And I genuinely think that's what's happening at Aberdeen. McInnes doesn't. I don't think he wants to be there now, if I'm being honest with you. No, that's why the results are starting. I think the players know that. I think that's why Aberdeen is a football club. If you've noticed, since they've actually been linked with the job, Aberdeen's just fucking catapulted. They've just collapsed, basically. And I genuinely think so. I don't think all this, no, he's meant if Murray can out tactic him and everything like that, keep Murray to the end of the season. And I'm like, fucking 2 days ago, he's wanting Murray out that day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's still been my job. I just think his head's been turned, and I think the players at Aberdeen know that. So that is why they are falling apart. And he's still my number one, by the way.
Agreed. And folk talking about, I've just seen David Frew there's put Tony Pulis on McInnes. I mean, we need to be realistic here. Folk were saying Sam Allardyce, who's got a fucking £6 million a year contract, which is higher than the fucking PSG manager. Alan Pardew is probably not too far behind, £4.5 million. I mean, it's insane amounts of money. Tony Pulis will be likely £2 to £3 million easy. This is the guy that's well renowned for saving clubs that are in trouble. There's absolutely no way on this planet Earth that he would ever come to Rangers, nor would we be able to afford him. Derek McInnes is right in our price bracket, and like I said previously, he can work well with a small budget. But obviously, you would hope that the board would support him in January and in the summer, although fuck knows where the money's coming from. Either way, he'd be my choice. So
absolutely, yeah. McInnes is still the man for me. So hopefully that answers your question, because I've seen that a lot in the last couple of the last couple of hours, especially yesterday during the actual game. And the last thing that I want to ask you, Mr. Snags, is did you see the video with Ray Wilkins? Is that his name?
The talk sport chat.
I just loved the way he was kind of talking and everything like that. What did you think about that?
Once a Ranger, always a Ranger.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? Like he was talking about the passion, and he's disgusted at the way it's been
Clint Hill last night in the commentary, man. What a fucking legend.
Oh, I love the big man.
I love Clint Hill.
We need to get Clint Hill on the channel, mate. I'm gonna have to just bang out that and just keep spamming him until it says aye.
Sort it, mate.
I will indeed. But yeah, that's basically what has been done. Anything else you need to say? Maybe want to tell them where they can find you on those interwebs.
Aye, so you can catch me on the We Welcome a Chase podcast recording tonight. You can check it out on YouTube, search for We Welcome a Chase podcast. If you would like to get one of these bad boy hats, this is new merchandise from every other Saturday. It's everyothersaturday.bigcartel.com or at EOS1872 on Twitter, should you wish to follow them. They're absolutely brilliant. Get loads of cool merchandise, t-shirts and that. They're bringing out one that says Rangers Easy OK. That's out soon. You might see me wear it on the next podcast. So, aye. That's it, and obviously sponsor the Tash if you wish. It would be much appreciated. Thank you.
I just want to say the last thing, Simmy the Eagles put in Twitter. He says, can't believe CJ Nova 92 broke WhatsApp because WhatsApp's just went down, so everyone would need to watch his channel. What an ego.
That's you, that mate.
I had to force
the power you've got, the power that is in your hands, mate. You know, it's crazy.
But that's obviously been me done. Make sure to go and watch the We Welcome a Chase podcast. You'll be able to find it there. And a sponsor break. I never forgot Snags. You didn't need to make that 10 sounds.
Sorry, guys. I'm professional as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The guy writes his notes on his fucking phone.
See, man, see his ego. He doesn't even do spot. He doesn't even do what he got him here anymore. That's it. He just uploads. He can't be fucking arsed. What an ego. What an ego. Right. Right, let's get this done, lads. Get your refreshments ready. Bigger Eagle, Windass or Siege and Oval? Clearly me.
Windass.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Sorry.
Oh, sports break. Oh, didn't fake drink, lads. Didn't fake drink, don't worry. But yeah, that's us being done. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, all that cool stuff. Subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 11,000 subscribers now. It's getting crazy, lads. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.